I have 4 types of clay, polymer clay, but which is the best for making clay charms? Let's have a look-see.
A look-see.
A look-see. Hey folks, welcome to the channel.
Hello.
As I say, I'm going to make some clay charms, and I have got 4 different types. I've got Sculpey Primo, Sculpey Soufflé, Cernit number 1, which I have never used, and Fimo Soft. Now,
Which you have used.
Which I have used, and I wasn't a big fan of, but I haven't used it for quite a long time.
Okay.
So, I thought I would decide once and for all, what clay do I like? Because basically, I buy clay, I buy the Sculpey, and Kirk steals it.
No, I don't.
You do.
No.
You do.
No, you
do.
buy the little packets. And...
Yeah, and then you go, oh, I need some aqua. I'll have that bit. And I'm like, oh, that was mine. So yeah. I'm going to have a definitive, what do I like? What suits me best? And then I'm only going to buy that brand. That's my plan. I'm not going to stick to it, let's be honest. So what I thought I'd do is like a mini test, nothing too
scientific.
It's not super scientific, but it was just for my own peace of mind. And then I thought, well, somebody might enjoy or be interested in watching it, so I'll do it into a video. So I opened up all 4 packets to begin with, and I just pushed my thumb in to see how hard they were straight out of the packet.
The thumb test.
The thumb test, yes. Well, in this case, it's my index finger test. But yeah, how hard are they straight out of the packet? And
the Fimo was rock hard.
Is rock hard.
Yeah.
Absolutely rock hard. The Sculpey Primo is really soft. The Soufflé is about what I would expect. And the Cernit was a little bit firmer than the Soufflé.
When you say what you expect.
So I would expect them I would expect to be able to push my thumb in.
Yeah.
But not so much that it
goes straight through.
Goes straight through and sticks to my thumb.
Okay.
Now, all of these clay blocks, I bought these 4 clay blocks specifically to do this.
Yeah.
And I got the nearest colour to each other that I possibly could.
Yeah.
To try and make it as sort of fair as I could.
Yeah.
So I start with the Fimo.
So this, of the 4, this was the hardest one.
Of the 4, this is the hardest one.
Okay.
And of the 4, I have used this before, and I would say my absolute least favourite.
Just because of
how hard I have found it in the past to condition it.
Yeah.
Like I would be there for a good half hour, 45 minutes conditioning a little block, and I can't do that because by the time I got to be able to doing anything, my hands were sore.
Yeah.
So that was me done. However, I felt I needed to be fair because Kirk has this wonderful pasta machine.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, well, I could just use that. Now, you see me, I did this exactly the same with all of them.
Yeah.
I broke it up, chopped it up, made it back into a ball, and then stuck it through the pasta machine until it was conditioned.
Yeah.
And in doing that, all I did was fold it in half and then run it through. Fold it in half, run it through. Now, you don't have to have a pasta machine to condition clay. It can be done quite simply without it. But my hands get sore after a certain amount of time. So
yeah, and it just makes life easier.
Yeah, and Kirk uses it, and there's nothing wrong with his hands. So that was my logic. I'm using the pasta machine.
Oh, okay.
Now this, I was originally going to count how many times I had to put it through the pasta machine, but in all honesty, I got to 35 runs through the machine for the Fimo, and then Kirk started talking to me. And I lost count, so that was that. But it was more than 35.
You were doing this for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah, this is sped up 2,000%.
Yeah, but what I will say is when it was conditioned, it was actually really nice.
Cool. And that was just a little note just to say thank you to Glitterati members for just a thank you for your continued support.
Indeed.
You are all legends.
Indeed.
And you get an extra special thank you very much.
Ugh.
Just because we've had loads of comments of people saying that they've missed that. So you get 2 this one.
Yeah, thanks for that, folks. Anyway, what I then did is I made it into a 4mm slab, and then I cut some strips.
Yep.
And then I cut 2 fairly intricate looking clay cutter pieces.
Yeah.
These are the things that I want to have as my my charms. Yeah.
So that's a
So it's
envelope.
It's a little envelope with a little heart on, and that's like a stamp with a heart in the middle. Now, I've never made clay charms before, so don't expect them to be
Game changers.
Game changers. But I specifically wanted to do some keychains, but I wanted them to be all handmade.
Yep.
Apart from the actual keychain part itself.
Obviously.
The metal bit, because I'm not a metal worker.
No.
We got no room for that sort of equipment. So that was that. So I did it once on 2mm, I think it was 2mm, and once on 4mm. And then I just tidied up the ends. And
when you say 2mm, you mean thickness?
Thickness, yeah, sorry. 2mm thickness and 4mm thickness. And the little circle in the middle is just, so it's got an F on it, so I know that row is Fimo. Basically. I had a little bit of the 20 grams left over, and I thought, I'm not putting that back on the block. So that's what I did.
Okay. So you go through and do that now for
all of
them.
Absolutely.
And as if by magic.
Here they are.
Yeah.
Now, immediately, my initial feelings in terms of playing with the clay was that the Fimo takes ages to condition, but once it's conditioned, it is gorgeous. The Sculpey Souffle, I also really, really liked.
Which is the dark purple
that's
or the light?
The lighter, the second one from the left is the Sculpey Souffle.
The light purple.
Souffle, yeah.
Okay.
And then the very darkest one on there is Sculpey Primo, which I've always used in the past. And that was actually the stickiest of all of them. But the shocker for me was the Cernet. I love that stuff.
Oh, really?
I do. I absolutely love it. I love it so much. I've already bought another 6 blocks in different colours.
What?
I know. But the Fimo, I think, if I was doing something that was heavily detailed, and so heavily detailed, really intricate, I would quite possibly go with the Fimo.
Really?
Because it held the if you look, the one on the right is the Fimo.
Yeah.
Look how clear that indentation is compared to all the others. It holds the detail so much better.
So when you put the cutter into the clay and took it out, it actually kept the dent and didn't actually spring back and try to...
There was no springing back. There was nothing. It held it beautifully.
Oh.
So I was really surprised.
Okay.
And I felt a bit bad because I thought, well, I've obviously before I didn't give it a fair enough chance because it's really nice.
Okay.
It is really nice.
And that is the 4mm thick one.
Yeah, and that's the 4mm Cernet. Now, the Cernet, if you look, has got it's almost got like it does look better. It held its shape just as good.
Well, that one
don't get me wrong, the Sculpey is fantastic. I really do like Sculpey.
Yeah.
But I think going forward, my go-to clay will be Cernet.
Okay.
Unless they haven't got the specific colour I want or finish I want, then I would go to one of the others. But I really do like that Cernet. It had a real nice feel to it as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't sticky or, I don't know, it felt really nice. It wasn't too difficult to condition. I was really impressed by it.
Well, that one broke.
And that one just broke. Yeah.
So that's a souffle.
The souffle, yeah, I did a little bit of a bend test to see what's the hardest. And the souffle and the Primo were still quite brittle.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the Cernet, the 2mm Cernet, just bends and comes back.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Fimo, this is the 2mm.
Yeah.
Again, it wasn't brittle.
Oh.
I mean, it did eventually, but it took the going back the other way.
Yeah. But so you went back and tried the Cernit again just to see.
just to make sure.
And it stayed.
Yeah, it stayed.
Okay.
And then that's just me writing notes down.
I know, yeah.
Why have you left that in?
I just thought it'd be funny.
What? Me writing notes?
Yeah.
People don't need to know that I write notes.
Everyone knows you write notes. I'm surprised it's not a spreadsheet, to be fair.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so the thicker one. Okay. So that was the
2mm. This is the 4mm one.
Okay.
And again, I found that the 4mm Primo and Soufflé were brittle.
Yeah.
But the Cernit absolutely wasn't. Now, I know that somebody might say, oh, it's your baking, it's whatever. It might well be, but we do have a thermometer in the oven.
Yep.
And it was put in there at 110 degrees.
Yep.
For 30 minutes.
Yep.
Not a minute longer, not a minute less.
No.
Bang on 30 minutes.
Yep.
Because Alexa timed it.
She did.
She's a little angel.
Well, she just says she's told.
She is. And we've just set everyone else's Alexa off as well now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So of all of those then, the only one that didn't break was the Cernit.
Mm.
Now, later on, I don't think you're showing it on camera, but you were showing me and you were proper wiggling it around, and it did eventually break.
It did,
but it took some wiggling.
Yeah, I really then went to town on it to try and get it to break. It was like, you must break.
But as a charm and just attached to your keys or bag or just being knocked, that would be fine then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think if I was to do, if you use the Sculpey or the Primo, you'd possibly UV coat it anyway.
So
that would give it that extra, But I wanted to see what they were like naked clay.
Okay.
So once I'd done all my little
bendy tests
and whatnot, I decided to just go through and give them a little file. Now I started off with the little like finger file, nail file, whatever it's called, and then I got bored with that. Very quickly. I thought, this is going to make my hand hurt. So why am I doing it by hand? I've got a tool. I've got some electric that does that.
You have?
So I dug that out.
Okay.
And I used that instead.
Fair enough.
And I just went through them all and just sort of filed the edges just to get rid of any...
So was this an actual sort of test, or was this?
I wanted to. I normally, if I was doing some clay, I would actually tidy the edges up before I put them in the oven.
Yeah.
And I deliberately left them so that I could file them down, which I wouldn't normally do. But I wanted to see what they filed like.
Yeah.
So here we go. Bit of an electric tool. So I'm going to say to manually file them all. Boring.
Oh yeah.
But to do them with a little tool, actually,
it doesn't take that long. It takes a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and they all did file really, really well. There wasn't one that sort of made me go, "Oh, that's so much better." They were all about equal, to be fair.
And they didn't crack or anything.
They didn't crack or split or
chip.
Nope. They all filed absolutely beautifully.
Oh, okay.
So there was nothing to choose between them, to be fair. And then I thought, right, I need to make some charms. Why am I going to make more when I've already kind of got the shapes? So I thought I'll get some gilding glue, gilding stuff.
Metal size,
gilding size. I don't know what it's called.
It's metal size, isn't it?
Well, that's what I got.
Yeah.
And then I just got a little micro brush and I painted over the hearts because I had an idea to try something that I'd never actually tried before. So this size stuff is what you're supposed to use when you put metal paper on.
Yeah.
Foils and stuff.
Like that?
Yeah, I've never used foils that way. Ever. So I thought, well, let's have a go. How hard can it be? Oh,
I thought it looked quite easy.
It is easy. It's
messy.
Also messy.
Yeah, I was going to say it's messy.
And annoying. But once I'd started, I don't know, I found it really annoying. But once I'd started, I kind of
Made a rod for your own
I
back.
made a rod for my own back. So yeah. But these charms are for a specific set of key rings for a specific reason. Now I make the key rings in another video, so I'm not going to bore you through that, folks. But
no, you can watch that one and get bored.
You can watch that one and get bored instead.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do the charms myself. And like I say, I've never done them before, but if you're slightly tidier than me at putting the metal foils on.
To be fair, that's not going to be difficult, is it, to be slightly tidier?
Yeah, it's a bit. I personally would go glitter. I'd go glitter if I was to do this again.
Really?
Yeah, those foils.
See,
whenever I see them on a video, I think, oh, they look so nice.
Yeah.
And they do. They look amazing.
It's like that gold leaf.
But that's what it is, basically.
Yeah.
It's like gold leaf, but the cheap stuff, right?
Cheap leaf.
Yeah, it's cheap leaf. And it always looks so pretty and so easy. And, oh, I tell you.
That didn't look that difficult to do, to be honest. Now, I have left a few of these in.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
Okay.
I did, dear viewer, try my hardest to get some that were actually in shot. Fully in shot. Right,
let me explain. Okay.
Okay.
My camera is in exactly the same position every single time.
Yeah.
As per your instructions.
Okay.
Now, in order to do this, I had to not only take my glasses off so I could see.
Uh-huh.
I also had to have them quite close to my face.
Okay.
So, yes.
So why not move the camera then?
Because you told me not to move my camera. I was obeying you. I was literally obeying you. Are you telling me, dear sweetie, that I am not to obey you?
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying to
use that not what that sounded like?
Use your professional judgment.
I don't have professional judgment. I'm an artiste.
Yeah, there's a word that goes in front of that.
I am an artiste, and you are. I feel that you are pooping on my artistic license.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. But I feel that you've also just basically told me not to obey you. So I'm going to go with that in future. Okay.
Okay.
They know what I'm doing. I'm taking a pen and I'm writing in the lines.
Yeah, but it's still quite
mostly in the lines.
I mean, even this one, look at that.
And there I am adding some UV to the top, but I don't want to spoil the reveal.
But you do it to that one and that one.
I don't want to see.
Ta-da!
It creeps into shot there.
As if by magic. I
know. Now, normally I use a little brush. Well, it's not a little brush. It's quite a big brush. When I do UV. But I couldn't find my brush. I was like, how can you possibly use how can you lose a UV brush? How is that even possible?
It's you.
I know. Anyway, I did a covering of UV. Everybody knows how to do UV.
That's not the point.
It is. And here I'm just drilling holes in the top of all of the charms.
With your tool.
With it's my resiners tool. Which
no, the other thing.
The resiners tool, I love. I love. If you don't have one of these, get one. They're amazing. And the little box thing that I've got there is it's
a 3D printed.
It's a 3D printed box that you put your earring or necklace or charm or whatever, and it, as long as you put them in the same spot, well, in the middle, you'll get the hole in the center of it every single time, or wherever it is you want it to be. It's really cool, really good. So, but yeah, and then I dug out my jump rings and popped them in, and that was it. I just added a jump ring to all of them. And that was the charms done.
Wow.
I spoke with the person they are intended for.
Okay.
And they said, yeah, I like them.
Did they go, yeah, they're all right?
I was like, and I said, really? And they went, yeah, they're homemade. I like them.
Okay.
And I said, well, okay then. That one I like, though. That's why I'm showing it to you, because that's a good one.
Mostly showing it.
Mostly showing it. There's a couple that are, could be a little better, but you know what?
I think they turned out really well.
I actually quite like them. Yeah. My first time ever making charms, because I do like clay, but it's not something that I would, you know, do a lot of. Anyway, that's what they turned out like. Let us know in the comments what you think. And if you enjoy our creative sort of chaos, YouTube Wizardry is about to suggest another video that you might enjoy as much. And if you've enjoyed this one, please do help us out by hitting that like button.
And while you're down there, why not give the subscribe a little tickle as well?
And hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Hold on.
Oh.
And if you already have, thank you very much.
Oh, I thought we'd get away with it this week, but obviously not. Anyway, have a great few days and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye for now.